Spy X Family episode 9 and feels from all other anime it feels like comedy rom-com anime. It feels like would be Aharin Shigemori. It feels like our Spy X Family lack variation of the fact that why a lot of scenes in the Spy X Family would be kind of predictable, kind of one stereotypical character, and in the maybe more one-sided drama than in the episode or the episode before, where there's a lot of the drama happening where Anya doesn't want, like, the problem with Anya personality, or like I don't expect anime to be good in every episode, but I feel like Spy Family kind of lack this kind of variation, but still a good Spy Family that focuses on the spy stuff where you don't trust each other, and it's the phony family, and so still an okay anime overall. And I'm impressed with the maybe middle age kind of background that Spy X Family did. It really shows how middle age and kind of the, like, you can like this kind of background that in the age of, like, slowly changing to the scientific ages. Oh well, there's still spy and this kind of stuff, which I think that I like the background of how clear, and so still having the colorful sheets happening on the background. But the story still flows smoothly. Like, it has the, like, spy stuff, how the scenes took place in terms of the rhythm to go, how the scenes go on to play the comedy scenes with the spies, these kind of disguise as a means to and disguise counterintelligence and these kind of things, which I think that is interesting about it, and has, like, maybe has some kinds of, like, other than criticize that I don't like the Yuri character, the character of the Yuri, which is the character for the main for which is the brother of your. Other than that, I don't like how this episode pool. I'm sorry if there isn't any of the anime on the screen. So I don't like how it pulled the drama of your, why your need to be other than made your kind of proud of herself in helping Deloy to do stuff to help Loy in her kinds of way of the assistance, in her kind of way of the, like, maybe cleaning the mine, or maybe making the Lloyd happy in some kinds of way to be the martyr figure, other than need to make Lloyd have a doubt between Yuri and Yuri doesn't being despised, and so ended it, and with the fact that and going together again. I don't like that kind of thing where where it doesn't contribute anything to the story. Like, yes, Yor is not spy, we know from the beginning. So I'm not really having any of the. I don't think that this episode is contribute anything to the character of Yor, which I could very well be in most interesting in the story as like Lloyd need to be the spies, like having his own missions to do stuff, other than doing something to Anya, and Anya need to go on to the school, which very well Anya and Lloyd corridor is the most interesting one, while Yor is having her own episodic stuff which doesn't contribute anything to the main concept of the story whatsoever, just doubting the Yor and what's next. Like, just doubt her. Well, why not make Yor, instead of doubting Yor, which doesn't make sense any better, make her helping Law in some way or contribute anything to the story other than playing the Hunter x Hunter volleyball in the episode. What episode I don't remember. Okay, it's on now. So other than doubting the Yor, which hasn't progressed the story forwards, instead using it on to other thing else better. The score of Spike's Family is good. Maybe I'm using the notepad to write the score, which is good or not. The score of the Spy X Family is now on the good side, which on the like top left of the screen, as you could say. As you can say. Okay. So good anime, Spy X Family. Onto the I need to go onto my account, and so maybe live short. And I need to find the next anime I'm gonna talk about. So Shihiro. Shihiro Season 2. Well, Tate Yusha is having the third seasons. The season 2 of Tate no Yusha doesn't contribute nothing or make us feel any better watching Chihiro whatsoever. Well, why I should not drop it? I found it kind of. I don't want to support these kind of anime whatsoever, but I found it enjoyable how it using the its gadget to, well, gadget or whatsoever to progress the story, which is extremely linear, to beat its main villain. And so I feel like this story of Naofumi now sidetrack from helping Radharia, and just why do Naofumi not, like, the story of Shihiro is just like doing one thing, forget another, and like made that story progress itself of Radharia maybe come back to him with her own might that I seen in further episode. I feel like the story of Chihiro is just now doesn't know what conflict it is to go on. It just goes on without just goes on without anything to say whatsoever. And so trying to have the character that is now Fumi friends having tortured, being captured, and help them, and looping it. Well, it's freaking boring if I decided right now. So I dropped this this anime because, well, I have nothing to talk about anymore, and so it feels like it doesn't contribute anyone any benefits. So drop Chigimori. Fine, interesting anime that I don't recommend anyone to watch it. To must watch it whatsoever. But if you want to watch Shikimori, watch episode 1 introducing the character, or you should just change into like you. These episodes are short, episode 1 to 6, but I recommend you to skip to episode 7 and watch it that point on, because Shikimori getting better on the episode on the episode 7, and so it could be really, and so the directing, anything else improved in the episode 7, and I feel like it getting better and better as as this episode. I feel like I really like the dynamics of the girls, like Nego who, like I will now explain the story right now. Spoiler for who don't watch this anime. Well, this girl's named Kamiya, who is being alone all the time, love Izumi, while Nego is trying to invited her to go together. And I feel like I really enjoyed the dynamics that, like, Kamiya go onto the being the girls who is we see in the first place few calls and stuff, having to she's slowly going into the society slot, because of the fact that Nego, because for me I like the episode 10 of the Shikimori more, which we'll talk about in the next week. But this episode also having the dynamics of the character of the Nego, who is like who wanted to who left change her because she were hurting, she were got dumped by Izumi, and well, Nego only one who wanted to talk to her. Now noticing the changes, like the Nego is my favorite character in the if she has morals, which is important to the story. It feels like I would like Nego is one of my favorite character in the story. But for now, Kamiya is a and so Kamiya had Hajimitsu, and it feels like the meme character in this anime is now using it on upgrading it and developing the character. The meme, like Hajimitsu is now the only person that, like, doesn't care about the world whatsoever, but she get motivated by the friends of her, and Nigo is now have a role that she noticing the Kamiya changes. Well, Kamiya need to show her feeling to not go to the Kamiya need to cherish her feeling whatsoever because she was hurt. She now not be cold, ignore the world. She's now on to her feeling more. And so it feels like when it comes to these things, I feels like um I feels like to get touch into the feeling of yourself more, and to not negate them. Well, I feel like this dynamics is I like these dynamics of the story in terms of the character. But this episode is also, I also like how they having these girls who having the different relationship of Nego admire Shikimori. Nego want to be friend with Kamiya. Well, Kamiya also have a feeling have want to be friend with Nego, and well, Shikimori is um sympathetic with Kamiya. Well, I don't, and so these two between dynamics between Kamiya is and Shikimori. Well, they have to be in front. They have to be friends with each other. They they like okay with each other, but I feel like inside it's hard to say. Kamiya may feels like Shikimori is the one that Shikimori may be the one that she hated, but when they talk to each other, they kind of come to terms with it, and maybe Shikimori feels sympathetic with Kamiya, and I don't know. It's kind of awkward feeling that these two are loving the same person while one gets that person, and it must feel kind of awkward to with that those feeling if it's for me, like I don't know what to do if you maybe they kind of like befriend, like you kind of don't have, like you kind of need to be, like I don't know, befriend maybe Kamiya, like wanting to be friends with Shikimori, but deep down she has the feeling she has to uh love that of the Izumi made the relationship of these two feels like it's distant, while still uh still understand each other. Like I don't know how to tell this kind of relationship, but like other people say that they experience this kind of relationship from the yesterday or that day, which is all the anime I feels like. um and the relationship between Inu and and Shikimori, this because Shikimori think that is uh her brother, and this, like, the relationship of the Shikimori has improved tons, and so it feels like the dynamics in this episode, it feels like it's it feels great about it, and so the score of the Shikimori feels great. Still not outstanding. Maybe the next episode you could say, or you could sit down ready for me to make this to our, you could like you could guess that if I could give that episode an outstanding, let's say. And so, and Harin, I feel like Harin in the episode 10 which is the episode 10 of the Harin-san wa Hagaranai feels Arden is it like people may say that the running gag of the enhancements of the teacher is kind of repetitive, but I love the enhancement uh stuff about Arden what Sun what Hagar and I, because well it has a lot of the dynamics going on between because well it's funny somehow that they see that I expect these t-shirts to be some kinds of the character that like teaching the maybe using the Japanese stuff, maybe referencing the Japanese literature stuff rather than watching this like kind of BL and having being enhancement in every episode. But it feels like this sensei is what made the like still watching from afar gag still kind of applies to the art, and it feels good about it. And so the character, this character feels like Oshiro has to be the roles more like maybe wanting to help the or having the rival the relationship with Rido, maybe trying to help him or deeply wanting to help him inside, and then maybe like doing stuff. Maybe Oshiro needs to like protect Aren from Futaba. I feel like Oshiro is also need kind of like could have more of the roles to play on the story, and the first like I will rate the joke of the Aharon in the sections by sections, but it feels like some kind of joke Aharon is truly good. I don't know how to criticize anime properly, but like I said, I wanted to highlight this kind of thing where Haran made a shot like this about we need to observe how the character thinks that when they talk about Haran in terms of the dialogues and the joke and the stuff that like me of the introduction of the area, we need to observe how Haran being how she is all uh being all jealous to Aaron when with the stuff that had happened, like Aaron being good at trying to make us guess the things that are happening. And I feel like the introduction of the area is kind of perfect in the sense to show of the character introductions of the comedy anime. Okay, so great, Aaron. Nothing to complain about. Kakanonoshi we already dropped. Koi wo sekai wa seifuku no de. Okay, so Koi sekai wa seifuku no de. Koi wa sekai seifuku no de. Kind of hard to say, but like it's funny how this anime played the joke of the villain being only defeated by the daddy, but what's in this episode about Chi who changed, Daisy who changed from life, the life from Daisy seems weak, seems being the person that we see as one of the crazy or not as good not that good, is a person that not that kind of seems weak from the outside, but that's why it is not that you are means to other, you are cold, that you are strong. It is that you are normal, you are fulfilled in life, you are happy, you are what you you're happy with yourself, you're content, you're not annoyed by any, you're not mean to other people, and you use the violence to protect the people you love. That means that you're strong from the love of the other. You're trying to protect other. You other give love to you. It is the natural means to be strong, not to force yourself to be painful. Like Sasuke, who the whole show have been suffered, trying to revenge, trying to get power by the means of being alone, being painful, make him think that make him stronger. But instead, it is the opposite, that you're fulfilled in life. You're like Naruto, who is having the jutsu, learning jutsu by the means, by the correct mean. If Naruto doesn't have Naruto, it'd be more convincing. But he is just lucky to have Naruto. I don't know, but like luckily, or or the notable example that like practice by themselves to be stronger, and so they're practice by themselves, not just get the power by the means of like of the corrupt mean, and so the power by like getting to Orochimaru and stuff by the means of to corrupt the league, the means that hurting yourself, hurting other people. Um, it is that you protect people that you love, God love, and that means you are stronger. That means that that's why you are stronger. That what Eroistic-Ke has they're trying to say, that uh, the war, the violence is not everything. Being strong is not the important thing. The important thing is that you love what you're doing, and so you having fun, and you love what you're doing, and so you're not just blindly uh you it is that not just like being cold, being bitter to means to other means that you are strong. It is that you are you're happy with what you do, the other thing, protect people you love, that you are strong. Like I don't understand this concept clearly, so but it feels like this kind of philosophy where you just use, where I think the concept is good. Well, the animation in the next episode is kind of boom, 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 and so it feels like some time render in the score of Eroistic-Ke Safety Nota that is great. Summertime. So summertime render feels like this episode has. I feel like bored with the summertime render has a lot of the like episode 9, right? It feels like summertime render have a lot of the still picture scenes. That's what it's called, right? This kind of the I feel like I don't understand anything in summertime render. Oh, it's the next episode, not this episode. This episode, I feel like I like how it like the events of the character turn out, that like Wishio, like you need to have the power of the using the power of the shadow to fight between, to use your hair to fight, or catch the shadow home. Like, I like the fight scene. Maybe I'm not the expert in the fight scene, but the fight scene is good enough to not be the convenience or using the one's abuse the power. It's kind of thrill how like it's kind of thrill how there's three Ushio, and so trying to fight each other out, and so using this kind of the shadow to split. I like the 3D concept of this anime, that this anime shows that there's 3D, your 3D is the one that protect you, and using the copy and stuff is kind of reasonable, and so it feels like I enjoy the fight scenes of like you fight, which you fight with 3D, and trying to fight between, you need to catch the 3D first, and fight, and trying to get to the shadows, which is kind of confused enough but fun. It's same to be applied with this, same to be applied with the fight between Ushio and these people in like Ushio fight in the water, like with the kids who kill her in the first place, like kind of events first to be turned out it's like mystery killing and stuff, but actually it turns out to be that fight it's a fight to death between Ushio and Confusing, and trying to fight between these two shadows and one human, and so this, like, it's so cunning how like the events is turns out that these kids just got killed, and so these kids survive, and it's unexpected turn of events that it isn't scared to kill someone, and so it feels like it's kind of cunning how the shadows operates itself. It feels like Ushio is the only one survived, trying to get revenge for another Ushio, and this episode is great. And next anime, Tomodachi Game will generate perfect Kome drop the am on Tsubaki, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my gosh, there's so much. So it's kind of much, like, wow. But no problem, I get to talk about it. So you have one. Okay. Tomodachi Game, it feels that okay, it's worked now. Okay, so Tomodachi Game. In episode, this episode is about like Juju trying to I think that is kind of interesting that using turns of events that Yuji trying to help rescue the it is not that deep, this anime is not that deep, but I like how it turned out to using the plan of Yuji, like how Yuji get the Maria push the Maria off the cliff and go on by himself using the plan of the psychological stuff between these basketball team, which to destroy this basketball team. And so, and like having the psychological stuff, like I actually enjoy this kind of things in the first place. But if not for like this series is all about my bias anyway, so I didn't have any problem to. So this is the score and everything I say in words, because it's all about my feeling about this kind of anime, how I feel is good or bad. There is no middle ground matrix of how you can gauge what anime is good, what anime is bad, other than Mob Sega, where you can see that the story is just so short. Story is just not adapt well enough, having the animation bad, that like plain, and doesn't have good animation at all, like you could see clearly. But in terms of these kind of anime where you like or don't like, you kinda don't have the metrics. But for me, I feel like enjoy this kind of psychological stuff between grip and stuff. So, but I'm not gonna suck a dick this anime that much. So give it good anime in the seasons. I am not particularly. I like the anime about the power level, power fightings, shonen, or not, or index, railgun, my hero type of the fighting quality, power level fightings. I am not particularly big fans of these kind of anime, because I like this little vibe more. But these anime are kind of the anime that being with me are. A lot of time these anime have some kinds of connections, weird connections with me when I have watched this kind of anime. I feels like if it's not Slice of Life, this kind of anime, I feels like it kind of being part of me, where kind of being familiar, but I cannot for sure criticize or know these kind of particular genre much, so I can't really criticize anything about it. But what I feel about watching Royal in this episode, I feel that it's like it's bring me back to the Index, Rogan, My Hero, One Piece days, that about the like Naruto, about the power level fighting, superpower like fight between particular character, and I feels like it easy to understand, like Mino using the bubbles to Ashuna to distract and gonna kill her, while she is using the fire jutsu, fire this particular fire skills, and so gotten blown by wind, and then use this particular kind of elements. But I feel like it's not that elements type of thing. It's about the concept of this guidance from the nature stuff, and people could use this guidance to tag people, to not attack people, to use the skills of the concept that they are in. And the same concept is the concept of monster, and that there's this particular monster in the past where using of the, like, it is like in the past, like sin concept is already gone, and but the people from Isekai using this concept. At first it feels like design may be like normal Isekai and stuff, but as long as it goes, I feel it goes in more interesting way of the serious matter, of the serious type superpower, this pause of the teacher, which I interested about that. Why the teacher is doing these kind of things. At last fight with the teacher where the sensei, the flare, I have to name it if I have to name it correctly. And there's politics that you could use the part, like, I like this anime in terms of in terms of the politics. It's correct, so correct that, like, at first I feels like the politics of this anime is sloppy. As a person who, on some level, I kind of follow the politics, but not that much. But I still feel like, why is the higher rank level of this kind of like pastor of this kind of the church not going onto beat the this kind of the, what is it called, it, lower level stuff, but Mino using it well in this episode, as Mino using this a soldier and her power of the shoot to destroy this fort. And so it feels like it's and well, Akari has like the character in in this anime has different intentions. So that's what I like about this anime. They have the end goal to go to the flare, and so fighting with Mino having the different, Akari having the different point where the end goal of each other. Momo wants to help, and Ashina, we still don't particularly know what Ashina wants, but maybe Ashina wanted to help her to travel to I don't know, end goal of Ashina. Maybe it will again answered later what is it, but still we don't know. But the same concept, which is interesting. Like, the dialogue of this anime is just like, it's just like when I was kids watching the Index, and feels like and feels so nostalgia watching this kind of dialogues where about like, Mino, what are you doing? And this, you are not like when Akari talking to the villain, the Mano level uh like when they're talking, there's just like, it's kind of feels back uh when I watch this kind of anime where it's serious on some level, but still has this fan services, and so kind of feels like talking about the past, the like, oh, you matter, you remind me of my martyrs. You have, why you have like, you are comes from these places. You are so your power is now gone, right? There's this kind of talking about the dialogue of this anime. It kind of feels like it brings me back to the anime, to the past where the where past anime where I can't predict the predictability of the character, what it will do, what the fuck character do, like do ra ra ra. We don't have the clue what the character do, but it just kind of goes nonsense now. But like this kind of anime brings me back so much. It's like the anime that kind of being in the back of my mind, but being kind of in the back of my mind all the time, and it feels like it's great. Like, no joke. I feel like I'm okay with watching the Showcase Shoujo no Wajin, right? Like this season have a lot of the good like this season has a lot of the solid as far as I feels like this season will be one of the biggest seasons, but as far as goes, has this feels nonsense, a lot of nonsense anime that is cliche, that is streamlined, and is not progresses in its story, and the character is stereotypical, maybe shonen, maybe shoujo, maybe idol, maybe normal harem, and still being one of the weak and boring seasons as far as you watch the anime goes. So that's why I think that when you wanted to be serious about this, is gonna be not all about like still be on topics of anime, but it's still not going to talk about the particular anime, but this is interesting topics. Like if you wanted to be serious about watching anime, or being serious about this particular career that you wanted to pursue about the anime, I don't recommend watching YouTube, trying to listen to review or something, because it's not professional, and these kind of people don't upload that much, include me. And if but these kind of things entertain you only, but if you wanted to be like serious about it at all on some level, don't watch YouTube, don't watch people on the internet talking about anime, how to do stuff. You need to observe, you need to do it yourself, you need to whether it be drawing this kind of particular anime, or doing stuff in general about thing. It would not be anime or anything else, but if it's related to the anime that I'm talking about now, whether it be you want to draw manga, you want to anything else, don't expect anything from the YouTube. Like maybe there's like Yoshikado, there's few pros mangaka, Murata, who is making the One Punch Man, also one of them. But these people are doing the live drawing sheets, and so it's easy to watch, like, and so you kind of like need to watch it in order to grow, for people who are serious about it. But if you are serious about these things, don't watch, like, go to Pixiv, don't go through the Instagram, don't go through the social media, exclude Twitter and Pixiv. And so this kind of drawing, just like you just need to go on to the, if you are serious about it, don't search on the internet. You need to observe, you need to improve by yourself. No one could teach you these kind of things. Include anime if you wanted to be some kinds of anime reviewer. Don't listen to review, like observe by yourself. Then if you are like just wanted to listen people in general but not to improve, then listen to their opinions. But if you are because there's no serious people who talk about the anime on YouTube, I am on some level serious. A lot of my content, a lot of things I say, I'd say 40 or 30%. Like, but my feeling, like, I wanted to be like serious. Like, I am serious. My feeling serious, 80% serious. But the what I say is because I am not really good. I'm not really watching a lot of anime. what I say is like on 30% is theoretical review, but mostly 18-70% of my talking is about the emotional Jesus, which is not serious at all. Like if you wanted to mechanics of the anime, observe yourself. Like I'm not trying to be that guy that like not to like I don't want to be that guy that do it. Like if you want to do this thing, do it yourself. But it's true. Like you need to observe. You need to watch. You need to observe the anime in order to do it better. And it is the only way that I can perceive right now, other than watching me. Because well, I like you need to observe yourself on some level, then listen to me. So if you want it to be serious, don't use the social media, because it will it is the thing that easy to get into, but really hard to master this kind of review. Or you wanted to do these like animator, you need to be a script writer or get into the anime industry. As a person who watch anime a lot, not a lot, for a long period of time in the community for a long period of time, I feels like you need to observe, you need to do things yourself. If you want to be a script writer, if you want to be a director of the Japanese company industry, you could do it. I say, I'm not selling you dreams. Like, like you could do it. Like, just observe anime a lot, watch it a lot, be your own style. Maybe just go into you need to learn Japanese, and maybe being slowly go seeps into the anime community. Maybe being a mangaka, maybe being a this kind of animator, or maybe being outsiders of writers first. It's hard. It's maybe not possible. It depends on luck to go into the anime industry, but you observe yourself, grow by yourself. Don't listen to these kind of focus, because all the focus on the anime community is not serious. You need to observe and grow and by yourself, and so don't listen to these people. You could do it, like if you practice enough, if you are having your own distinctive style. People will say you can't go into it, you're not Japanese, blah 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 blah, or you're not Japanese, you are like gaijin, people won't accept you, or you're the people that like doesn't you need to be Japanese in order to, you're not Japanese, people won't accept you, you're not this kind of person, blah 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 blah. From my experience, I feel like these people are not having these people are stupid, don't listen to them. No one told me like this, but I wanted to tell you to pursue the career, like wanted to be the director, wanted to be the script writer, wanted to be a mangaka, wanted to be the any of the career in the anime industry. It's easy. Watch a lot of the anime, studying it a lot, and so I guarantee that you could be one. Trust me. I'm one of those people that these people were talking to me to, like you can blah 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 blah. It's not true. You could do it. Like no, nothing is impossible. I'm not selling the dreams either. There's a lot of people who get to be the director outside of Japan, and I feel I want to be one of them. I feel though I want to be the mangaka, which I did too, like write a lot, study a lot of the medium, and so create my own story, and so making it boom and all of that stuff. But like as I say, this channel is about talking about something related to the animated dreams, everything else. So I'm not serious about not going out of the topics much, because well, when I have fun, I just talk what I want to talk. So in the I really enjoy this. Oh, also, so this is that episode. I feel like I enjoy this idol anime, and it's freaking enjoyable to watch this. Like, I really like the part. Like, it hits me. Like, as we talked about the dream earlier, it feels like Kongming also one of the anime that is about the dream of the, like, I really like the past of, I really sympathize with the past of the of the what is called Nanami past is hits me like people who wanted to be into this industry. You go into being the dream industry, like you wanted to be the anime kind of thing, and you go into it. You cannot make the money by the new, like, it's like Kiki delivery service of Hayao Miyazaki, the theme in 2000s or 1900s or some along this line. But I feel like it's an artist. It's an artist about the like. It's an artist, like an artist, new artist, kind of the dream, wanting to pursue the dreams but cannot make money, and you instead go into the corrupt way, like Eroistic-Ke that they say earlier, go into the corrupt way of pursuing your dreams, and so you go onto this corrupt way, and so you change yourself in terms of like the capitalist exploits these people to make their money, but so these people can't enjoy the career because the capitalists need to change everything else. They're bringing the enjoyable. Instead, they talk about the part about the money with her friends rather than music's, which is I cannot say. If I'm on the Nanami point, I also would choose to make money first. Being an idol and making money, like if I were Nanami, I feels like if it's consistent, like it's not consistent one day, if you are old enough, the capitalists will abandon you, and so if I'm on the Nanami point, I would quit. I would not like it to, like, one day you're not important to them anymore because you're old and shit and your voice are fucked, and so maybe they will get you out. So enjoy your career doing what you love. Doesn't need to force yourself, go into these companies, being independent, slowly consistently earn the people who love you and earn the income, and so being the one of the top artists with that alone doesn't need to depends on others to control you to make it come true. I feel like that's what the career of artist means. That's what I think, that I wanted to be that way, that So if you grow by yourself, it's consistent. It's because you grow by yourself. No one can, no one could control you. No one could uh say anything to you. You do by yourself. You do like yourself, and you could grow more than that. Not being uh being forced by others. But this kind of thing is limited by the what could be called uh the barrier, that the emotional barrier and yourself, and the, like I say right now, you could very well be entire of your life, your entire life be not grows, and it's could very well be true. Couldn't grows more than, maybe, like if you would say about YouTube subscriber, could not grow more than 100,000. Like some creator that I like, Anibon, or call Anibon. It is in Thai language, my countries, my own countries. Another language of mine that I love him so much. I like to watch him, but the fact that he is not growing through 100,000, it's impossible. Like the quality of content, his knowledge, and everything else, it is impossible for him to not to grow more than the amount of the that he has. So it could very well be your entire career, your entire life could not grow, and it's okay because you enjoy it. And like, what to do with the money if you, like I say right now, I don't understand people who want more money. Like what you will do with the money that you get more? Like buy manga, anything? Like I don't understand. Like my life is just like, if you have more money, I don't know what to spend on. Like maybe spend on buying new manga, new novel. Like don't know. Like, but the scenes of like Sekitoba, machine. No. It's Taijin, Kabe Taijin. It's like bro's moment between rapper, and it feels kind of homies about it. But the focus we're on Ayo, who also at last scene I'm crying. I'm not lying to you. It's like the music saves you, and I don't understand, but like maybe Eiko wanted to share Nanami to go on to her life, and so she sings like it's beautiful. Like I'm crying right now too. Like I don't know what to say about it. It's about dream. It's about the dream of the people who all of the people around them try to deceive them, but they're growing strong with the stella of their light on the sky, and so they are stella. They are stella by themselves, and so shine by themselves to go through the life. And the music's also and so like Eiko wanted to share Nanami that she loved Nanami who be herself, not being the idol lastly. and so like the music that Eiko sing has even though the music's, I don't know about the lyrics or anything, or I am stupid not to interpret the musics. Like, but the musics could mean that I miss you all day, I miss you, even though my heart is broken. Maybe talking about Nanami, who I cannot live. Like, you're my friends now. I want that me to sing that sing on the street. I love you that sing on the street. That like maybe this relic has means to this, but I don't understand it much. But still, it's like goes into my heart, and I feels like this scene may not have that much of a meaning, but still, like it's pierced through to me, like you to make you having more of the to make you go on, and so help Nadami to like cheer up. And so this anime is outstanding. Like I really love this anime, so congratulate the Kongming for getting an outstanding score. And so the Aimon. Okay, so another really heartwarming episode of the, like it's so hard, like actually I to be honest I don't remember what episode 9 was, but but I say heartwarming because every episode of the Aimon is heartwarming. About the Itsuka mom, that like it's another this episode nothing particularly important really, but like if you also still kind of into it, feel into it, kind of into it, like this like Itsuka matter, Itsuka fear of making the promise, and so on. But this year, after losing her so much, after losing her, and Itsuka pass about where Mater doesn't come home, but father is the only one who is with her until the end, and so even if he does not make the promise, hollow promise. If he couldn't raise Iska, he get her into the other places, and so the father of Iska is not that asshole. Like I hate this kind of people where make a promise and doesn't fulfill it, and everyone probably hate too. I may be one of them in when I was before. But now I wanted to fulfill all of the promise that I made throughout, and so I feels like, I feel like I'm kind of into it, this drama between Iska and her mother, and also the about the so the story is about the going to the birthday of Nagami, and so it's gonna give him present, and a cute little moments of giving the gift between the two girls who love Nagami, and Nagami sings the last song, which I believe is the last song in the episode, which also feels drama. I feels that this episode of the Diamond is, I don't want, like it's good to great. I don't feel that I wanted to give it more, but I can't because of it lowered the standards of my score settings. Because all the anime that did good also having the more story for move forwards. Well, but Diamond still is a little bit follow a little bit follow along, a little bit fall behind the others, the people who is with also having the who's also who is also having the story progress forwards, who is also the story also um is having the interesting point of the plot, like summertime render, uh having the interesting philosophy and drama, like Eroistic-Ke I'm spelled wrong. The R in this episode I don't remember about anymore after talking about it, but probably it is about like having the introductions, interesting directing style. Well, Diamond is still the same as all the episodes, but still is a good anime. Is still following this. Is still interesting in its story. Cute characters, still maintaining the cuteness, the character interaction, blah blah blah. I have no complaint about it. Ninja Tsubaki. So Diamond, to conclude, good to great, middle ground between. I could say Demon is good if you're not that into it, um, but also I don't have anything to say. So, Kunoichi Tsubaki. This anime, this particular anime that I feels like I'm interested in more. I'm really invested in this anime. I'm surprised by myself that from the first episode it feels like all the anime like having more important, having like Hero entire mono, all the anime that I'm sure is more interesting than this anime. But as long as I watch it go on, I feel like Tsubaki slowly prove me in than these other animated seasons. And so episode 9, right? Okay, episode 9 of the ninja. I feel that Ninja Tsubaki is I'm slowly interested, invested in the story of the Ninja Tsubaki, which if I gonna rate, I like the other part where talking about the past. I'm interested in the world building, interested in the ninja, how ninja work, about it going onto the mountain and having the main squad who go onto the mountain together, be a grip together. And so when ninja Tsubaki, it feels like in this episode, it feels like it's kind of I interest, like it's kind of hard to tell, but like I'm more invested in the story of each of the squad now. People may not as well invested as me, but like I am still more invested in the story. Like these two also like Sumire a lot, but also doesn't but total respect they respect her, but still she is also a lot of the trying to control a lot, so they're a bit annoyed, but still they knows that Sumire care about them, which I am also kind of in not as much enjoy, but feels good, feels really good, feels like I'm getting it. Like, I don't know how to feel like that, but like snacks the but like the first but like I'm okay with the second half of the episode. Now let's just um maybe talk about the first half of the episode of this Ninja Tsubaki. I feel like the Ninja Tsubaki is I feels like when it's come to the boys stuff, it's a fan service that I think that Ninja Tsubaki kind of did. Um, I don't know what to talk about it, but I am more inclined to not watching the service of this of this anime more than watching the animation and um I like I'm okay with watching the service in this anime. I'm also okay with watching the I'm also enjoy watching the Icardo Squad and Ninja World. But the boys problem and but when it's come to boys, I feel like it's a bit let down because the story is kind of looping. But it feels like I'm okay, still okay because I still could watch the Tsubaki, I still could watch the Sasanka, I still could watch these ninja playing together and snaking and stuff. I'm not as much as a story person. Many people say that good story leads to the good anime, but it feels like if you have a good grasp of the world building, have a lot of the character, have story to tell, have kind of plot, have service, good animations, I feels like the story still could progress forward. Very well be could progress forwards, and because I feels that way, I feels like Ninja Tsubaki plot is really good. Um, in terms of not real good, but plot is okay. But I feels like every other aspect of Ninja Tsubaki is near is freaking perfect for me. Like the animation scale, server scale, have the story to tell. Like I don't know what to criticize about this anime. Um, Still good to great. If there is a day that Ninja Tsubaki has a drama about the plot of the story or anything else about the story or Yuri moments or I really get it. I really drama or go on to the Pinocchio or having the plot that twist or anything else that made me wow about Ninja Tsubaki. That day is the day that I would keep Ninja Tsubaki great. But still now it's still not that great. It's still not great. It's a good to great. RPG Fudo-san, I feels like I say it feels more. I like to say I feel because well that's what when I watch anime I get the most when I watch the anime. Like when I watch the anime, it feels like like it's kind of so RPG Fudo-san. It feels like it has because when I say it feels like because it's the first thing when I watch the anime, I feel it's good or it's bad, then reverse engineer it, or try to find why I like it, try to find why it feels like it's not working. So so not ninjas, but yeah, it's RPG Fudo-san. Interested in the world building, interested in the story. It like I don't know. It has this some kinds of interesting rings about the story that feels like it's not that bad to watch. It still feels there's still compelling storytelling, compelling. Like in especially in this episode, it feels like it feels like it's really really interesting, like to like there is this cat, and so these cats need, like the cats need to like open the open the what's called the places to bath. It's called onsen. So the cats need, like the cats wanted to open onsen, but it's for cats, and so these girls need to help them, and it's interesting. Like it's simply simple. The story, yes, it's simple, but I'm also invested in the story of it. I don't know why it's compelled me to watch this anime, and there's Matsuri in the second half about the Matsuri. I don't still don't understand this anime, but it's heartwarming. It is uh in terms of the production, yes, it's not much, but like in terms of the story, in terms of the world building, still has much of the rings to it. I feel has the god Kami-sama, where I still don't get it, but I really like the first half ideas of like, you know, let the cat catches your porn, and you know, fixing the business of it, and so let people comes into the onsen. Yes, it's not much. It's not like really. It feels like it has no story. Yes, I feel like it has. Like you would feel like somehow it feels like it has no story. When you think about it, the story is so little, but there's some feeling that left in me that this anime still could very well be a really good anime that totally recommend, a one good anime that heartwarming, that has a cute animations. It's not like the hero in Tarumono, where hero in Tarumono hero in Tarumono Kiraware, hero in Taicho Ochikoto trying to get into the drama as much as possible, trying to make the story feel there's something happening in the story while it is so faking, and I don't feel a thing about it. But RPG Fiddlestone, it goes in the real opposite way, where it's not trying to avoid the drama as much as possible and go into the story, and goes into kind of like the cute moments, not trying to make it like feels like you're satisfied, feels like you fulfill with it, but just watch these kids goes on finding the places to stay, trying to not trying to go on with life. So as you see some of the thing that happening in this anime, feels that interesting about it, still seeing it, other than here in Tarumono, where there's nothing interesting in the story, but still trying to go on to with the scenes that making the story important, making the story feels like you're progressing forwards. Well, the story is still not contribute anything. So this episode is good to great too. It feels like this kind of anime, it feels like it kind of stuck on one of my pieces of mind, where could it be good, could it be not, like I don't know. So dancer. Dancer. One good anime that I feels real. Kind of disappointed with it. But let me see this episode first. Dancer. When I talk about Dancer, I feels like I'm okay with this drama. Yes, it's about, but it's dumb. Like, Junpei, why are you not choosing to go onto one of its Godai or Oikawa? I don't understand the drama of it. Like, you could either way. You could go onto Oikawa. You could go, like, choose one. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, what matter is that you practices with yourself, and so not being greedy. And let me adjust my pace, but and so I don't understand why Junpei is now on the like maybe like going to Okawa will get you to oversee and need to work in like one. Now what Junpei wanted to do is now to catch the fish with the two hands, with which is the so weak drama to play that, the weak card to play on the hand. I feel that there's more interesting drama of going on to the ballet, competing, other than stupid school drama. Miyako and friends and stuff, which I don't really care about. The only thing that I care about is Luo pass between his mother, and like, come back, mother. Like, I don't care about. I want to, stay on my own and competing on my own and stuff. So in this episode, I feel like it doesn't contribute. It feels like the story is not progressing forward. So it's so. Nothing much to talk about. It's fucking suck anime. So Shashi said, when I talk about Shashi-san, that it has no middle plot in the episode 9 of Shashi, right? I feel like the middle plot of Shashi doesn't matter anymore. I feel like I enjoy the era, and I enjoy the kill scenes of day by days. Most of the thing about the anime is that it couldn't be talking about like a lot of the thing in the anime. I feels like the feeling that you couldn't talk about, but Shaku, I think that excuse me, but like I think that this kind of cute scenes going on Arian and doing stuff, like doing random stuff of Shaku, like the middle plot, what it is, the meaning behind it, doesn't need to think about it because it doesn't matter. Is what matters. Like, there's one thing to talk about now that I found the scene about Fushihara or Shashiku, who is like Shashiku not going in the past. She is not having anyone else in her life. Well, she having someone to care onto, having something to do, like me. It's like me in the past, who I don't have any anime. Like, when I don't have anime in my life, like when I in the past when I am alone, I don't have anything else, but I have anime like these kind of girls, these kind of cats, Miyako and Yuri that try to get. I feel like when I get this kind of anime to talk about, anime to care about, it feels like my life is less painful, is more fun, is more interesting, is still having more fun than being alone, doesn't care about anything else, get home and like going home from school, got bullied and doesn't have anything else. Well, but we still have the anime, we still have someone to care about, and so it's gonna say that you have the thing that you care about, and so Shachiku, who doesn't have the thing, have Yuri and people he care about, could live her life up, could make her living, and could help her, and so these particular moments I feel kind of good about kind of the emotional scenes about Shachiku, who is about Shachiku, and so cute, like these kind of storytelling random, doing stuff random means to shows highlighted how better Fujihara life better now that the Miyako and Yuri is now coming to her life, and it feels is what I think that not bad at all about the anime. Well, I can't talk about it much. I still recommend to talk about. There's something little bits, bit by bit, on the episode to talk about, and so like it may not be that sale of the anime, but still there's nothing to talk about, yes, but it's like it's this feeling that about how heartwarming and random moments this anime does. I totally recommend you to well, I can't review it all. It feels like I totally recommend you to watch Chachiku-san wa Yojo Yurei ni Iyasaretai. Why Birthday Wing is doing this to me? Well, it surprised me how Birthday Wing has this kind of plot point where there's a lot of the mafia gang. Like, there's not only mafia gang in the world, there's also people who wanted to be caddies, there's people who wanted to be like caddy. I kind of understand caddies now is that a person who gauge the distance of the golf, of the wine and stuff, and help golfer to do it. It's like analyzer for golf, and lifted the golf, maybe lifted the golf, like lifted the golf bag, and so this kind of helper, and that's a lot, and that's other kind of the what call grip that. Oh, let me adjust my pose on. So I'm sorry, my neck hurt now. Like, I recommend you sittings on the pose properly. Pose is important because, well, your back, like for us, the anime is the only thing that could potentially be enjoyable for us. So sitting on the properly posed doesn't make your back hurt, so you can watch anime for a long time. It's probably the worst thing to do. And for believing, I feel like I enjoy the vibes of the like there's a lot of the stuff in like the world building is so wide. There's also the Rider Academy. There's also like if you don't know, it's set on the North, which is the foreigner to the Japan, which is different country from Japan in the world, is make up country where Eve live in, where mafias, that cities where mafia is now captured, and so like where Eve need to go out and found this to fight our way, and so found these like people on the academy, the social golf academy. Like the world building is so wide. It just like it just widened my eye, and the fight between and the golf fight between these the not our Eve and another student is kind of interesting thing to watch. Like I still don't understand the mechanics of the golf, but maybe another student doesn't maybe using her instincts calculated, but still doesn't as much as Eve, who is like compete in many competitions, and so fight in a ways that is kind of harsh way than others, which using sheer forces, using it as a bullet, as a go on as a bullet, in terms of very straight line, not calculated at all, and feels like in terms of like fightings, and kinda have shoujo eye feel about it. So this to my surprise, Golf Girl Academy Birdie Wing is great. Healer Girl now doesn't have many of the story. I feels like you may think that Healer Girl doesn't have much of the story, which very well be true. To help, like the animation is fucking great. To help with the this procedure, and to helping with the healing of the sensei, who is one of the sensei of the master of the Ria. I remember she is Ria, but like to help, like shows how this character of sensei who wanted everyone who trusts in his subordinates to help with his medication procedure, and so the animation is fucking good to help prevent the cutting to the organs, and I feel like kind of the procedure, but the score is kinda good. Great. I'm sorry, but like kinda give it good because it has no problem. It has the kind of less the plot, but the plot is not important thing. This animation is something to watch, and so animation great, stuff great, and so interesting anime to watch in the seasons. To my surprise, Eroistic-Ke has more plot for it. I see my Anibon, which is another channel, has been oh my gosh, I still I'm just observe these ads, and it's sexual. And so I don't know if YouTube will kill me, but I'm sorry, I'm not. Oh my gosh, go down. Like I'm really sorry for showing these ads to you, because I don't I don't see it in the first place. I'm not focused on it. I focus on my, oh my gosh, I'm focused on my talking. And so I'm sorry if I'm showing anything that is not appropriate for this video all onto me. I'm sorry. And so like this episode, I feels like the CG, holy shit, the fighting, this kind of widen the views that there's the moderators and going outside of the prisons. This need to help between scenes of the complex fight scene between, for example, like when that sniper sample fight scene, that Martes going out on run, and so helped by this fox, and so using the method like boom boom boom, and so boom boom boom, and so having this interesting kind of plot and happening on the story, and so having good animations, and so still widen plot that there is this moderated manager to watching the entire world, and so needed to help with the and so help widen the world view of this world, where there's different cluster there's different cluster in the world. And so when like this cluster are prison, right? So when you lose all the prisoners, you are no longer a person, so you're disappearing. And so maybe manager, like the animation, the effect is fucking great. The fight scene is really interesting. Theme of it, technology which we don't understand about as drones. Maybe go on to like one thing about the technology in this anime is that most of the thing, drones and stuff, kinda normal sci-fi. Well, there's something interesting about maybe the robot stuff about the. But what interesting about this anime is cluster, is the stuff about cluster of how the cluster work. There's Akihabara, who is an anime and game cluster where all the thing move by waifu, move by if you want to control the Akihabara cluster, your waifu, it's like you need to control the waifu in order to go on. And so interesting the story move. And this manager, maybe manager isn't wanted these people to exist anymore, because the manager knows everything. Why could manager not it's the same route with the virgin road. Why could manager not finding out the thing that happening to the virgin to these people of why couldn't manager finding what happened between the the extractor? Why could they are not being here? Why are they not? Why the manager cannot see the extractor? Well, they have this many power to see all throughout the world. Maybe it's the same route that Virgin Road of why Foss not killing the nobles, not stop the noblesse, and why. And one thing that I would say next, why is the other world still here? And other world is not important anymore because of the fact that Noblesse is died now. So that's probably one thing that I kind of stuck about it. But like, why manager? You can stop all of them, which gonna answer in the next episode, where maybe manager just doesn't like them anymore, or could let them go on to the life anymore. I don't know, but like, maybe it's about the, I don't know. It has this kind of sucked up thing. Maybe manager help the extractor. Only thing. So finish of the anime reflections to spring 2022, episode 7-11. And so I'm trying to finish this series as soon as possible. So you could see that I can't. We talk about the dream stuff today. So think about watching the anime. Don't be a sheep. Don't be listen to other. Trust yourself. Watching anime grows yourself. Grows with yourself, and observe and trying to imitate, trying to make the shows yourself. And so good luck for everyone else who wanted to be an anime community with me. I know that you could do it. Don't listen to these bitches where they're too scared to acknowledge that it could be true. Everyone could work in the anime industry. Everyone could do it. You need to imitate the mangaka. Imitate those things, because it's the only way. No one will tell you in everything, bro.